Well, at least they're prepared, but this changing forecast is really giving us a kind of a head scratch sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, the RGV might not see much of any impact now, the way this thing is turning. And remember, I mean, we're forecasting landfall days out.
Right.
So it is subject to change. And like I always say, you have no more of a fluid situation in meteorology. The atmosphere is fluids and gases, right?
That's true. And
Yeah.
forecasting this far ahead, it's so hard to pinpoint it until it gets closer.
Yeah. I mean, this system is getting teared apart. I'm looking at it right now over the Yucatan Peninsula. A little bit earlier, I spoke with Dr. Michael Brennan, and he's the director of the National Hurricane Center. And with a right turn like we're seeing and more time over Gulf waters, this system could strengthen.
We have seen a rightward trend in the forecast over the last 24 hours or so. And these forecasts, when you have a turn like we're looking at here, where you have a turn that's going to take the track parallel to the Texas coast, as we see that northwestward and northward turn, it doesn't take a very big shift that would make a difference between, say, a landfall and deep South Texas near Brownsville, or something much farther up the coast over by Port O'Connor. May only be like a 40 or 50 mile shift in the track. And this is still out 3 days in the future, where that's certainly within the realm of possibility.
That's why it's a cone of probability. I mean, we've got to watch this thing closely. And once it's out over open waters, this is Mother Nature's biggest storm. We have to see whether or not it's going to make this shift and get picked up with that high pressure cell that's moving off to the east. Right now, Beryl is a tropical storm getting torn apart on land. And once it reemerges out over warm, open waters that are very deep in the south central and central Gulf of Mexico, this storm will strengthen for sure. It's moving west-northwest at 15 miles per hour, so it should be back out over open waters by tonight. Winds are at 65 miles per hour. You need 74 to be a Category 1 hurricane. So here's what we expect to see. Over the Gulf, most of its time tomorrow will be as a tropical storm, but once we get into Sunday midday, we should see it regain hurricane status, and that'll be as a Category 1. Now, it could strengthen, and this is what Dr. Brennan was talking about. With this right turn and staying out over the water, we could see a very strong Category 1, producing winds between 90 and 95 miles per hour, and now landfall expected right on top of Corpus Christi, 1 p.m. on Monday, because keep in mind, if it's out over open waters and making that right turn, the landfall timing is pushed back as well. It won't be early Monday morning. And if, the Rio Grande, we showed you them prepping, if they're on the western side like San Antonio would be, then the impact's going to be minimal. And that's what we're looking at in San Antonio. Once this storm moves inland and farther inland, it's going to even stay east of Austin as a tropical depression. Still a decent rainmaker, but remember, all the big rain totals will be east of that storm path. And that's why the rainfall prediction is highest off to the east, and you can really see it just fall off a cliff across Bexar County and the 281 corridor. We go down to 1 to 2 inches in that region, but then we go over 6 to 8 once you're getting east of that storm. All right, let's take a look at future radar. Across the Gulf of Mexico, you see the thunderstorms. This is high resolution data. Now we're going to switch over into global data as we start seeing impacts on the Texas coast Sunday afternoon. So maybe midday Sunday, we start seeing some of the showers, and then most of this starts pushing closer to the city on Monday night. But see, look what happens with the rain. We will be on the outer western edge. We might not see much of anything in San Antonio, maybe about half an inch as the storm puts most of its rain across East Texas. And heading back out to the tropics, that system that was behind it has completely fizzled out, got sheared apart, and plus there's a lot of dry air with the Saharan dust, and so we don't have a system behind it anymore. In San Antonio at this hour, we've got partly cloudy skies and 96, but that feels like 100 with a light breeze. There's a front to talk about. We might actually get more rain off this front than off of Beryl. It's producing some pretty good showers from North Texas back into areas south of Midland. Watch what happens for Saturday. We start dry, but as the front comes in, you can see that outflow right there. It's going to be a fabulous late night tonight. If you're going to be out, say, 11 or 12 o'clock, it's going to feel good. A little northerly breeze, and then tomorrow morning might be more comfortable as that front kind of pushes through just a bit. And then with an out or decaying frontal boundary, we're going to have a little bit of instability to work with some pretty good downpours tomorrow afternoon and daytime heating. So a 40% chance of rain now for Saturday. That's how we're kicking off the 14-day forecast. Sunday, mostly sunny and up to 97. Rain chances with Beryl. I'm going down to 40% Monday and Monday night, 50-50 Tuesday, 30 to 40 through Wednesday. Last of any chance. There'll be a slight chance of 20 to 30% on Thursday. Heading into the week of the 14th, we're looking at 13th and 14th, a nice weekend, mid-90s and partly cloudy, and then it's going to get a little bit warmer as we head into the third week of July.